your money, don't care who judge. Stay out the way, surround yourself with nothing but love. Stay out the way, if you a gangster, killer or thug. Stay out the way, put your faith in the man above. Stay out the way, chill with your family, siblings and blood. Stay out the way, kick it with your girl, forget hit in the club. Stay out the way, mind on your money, ain't no switching it up. Stay out the way, stand out the way, what you thought that it was. Stay out the way. If you stuck down on your luck, not feeling righteous, did a petty crime, just looking for some excitement. Now your name on affidavits and court indictments get paid for a lot, but your freedom is priceless. You did the crime, you do the time, don't let it surprise you. Real stories from the heart, just to open your eyes up.
Yo, what's good, y'all? What's the word? What's going on? How everybody doing out there? Y'all already know what it is, man. We back again, man. It's bonus banger time. It's bonus banger time, y'all. I got a bonus one for y'all. Let's get it. 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 Get it. Y'all already know what it is. I keep one. I always got a banger, man. But like I always say, even though this is just a bonus banger, man, I still have no problem making sure y'all can get this, man. I told y'all, man, I have no problem making sure all the content is bangers. I have no problem surprising y'all with new bangers. I have no problem doing these things, man. I just need y'all to just stay out the way. That's all I ask for y'all, man. It's not a big request. I'm letting y'all know now, man. Like, why me telling y'all not to go to jail or not to get in trouble or not to do this and not to do that? How is that a bad request? It's not a bad request, man. I'm actually trying to save your life. I'm actually trying to save you from years that you can miss from your family if you ever get locked up and get sent to prison. I'm trying to save you from that, man. It's a better place on the street, man. It's better being out here. I don't care what you got going on, man. You can be somebody cleaning floors, mopping floors, buffing floors, doing whatever you got to do. I don't care, man. It's better than being in prison, man. I'm letting y'all know that now, man. Take my word for that. You don't want to go there, man. It's a place that's dangerous, scary, frightening. It's predators, terminators, psychos, maniacs. All the above is in there, man. That's where the craziest of the craziest is at, man, in prison, man. So that's a place you don't want to go, man. So just stay out the way, y'all. That's all I'm going to tell y'all, man. Period, man. But like I told y'all, man, in the beginning, this is a bonus banger right here, y'all. I need y'all to turn this one up for me, y'all. Like, share, and subscribe to the channel. Let's get it, 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 let's get it. Let's go. Y'all already know what it is, man. But it's time for business. And the story I got for y'all today is called The 5% Secret. Secrets in prison, y'all. It's a crazy thing, man. Like, you got people in there, y'all, that like do stuff like earlier in their bids or maybe on the street or anything, man. Like a secret in prison, man, it's not really happening in there, y'all. I'm letting y'all know that now, man. Like, it's hard for people to keep secrets, crazy secrets. It's hard for people not to reveal what's going on. It's hard for people just to hold water when it comes to something like crazy what I'm about to tell y'all, man. Like, when people got secrets, man, like it always comes out, man. What they always tell y'all, what's the saying? What's in the dark will always come to light. It always will. And that's all that always happened when I was in prison, y'all. I always seen stuff that was like in the dark, it always came up. Like, it's hard to hide if you told on the street. It's hard to hide if you was gay in the past. It's hard to hide those things, man. It's because the secrets will always come up, man. It is impossible almost to hide something like that, man. So with that being said, y'all, that brings me to another story, man. And we are on Sussex 2 on this one right here, y'all. We are on Sussex 2, man, 3D right here, man. We are in 3D. And I can remember, man, being in 3D part around this time right here, y'all. And for the most part, this is kind of like a little bit after they got us over there. And when we got over there, you know, everybody was doing their own thing. Y'all know, I already know how 3D was. We was the only population pod in that building. We was the only pod that was able to like have recreation because we was the only population pod. The rest of the other 3 pods in that building was segregation. It was the whole. So around this time right here is like, our pod is kind of like the pod that nobody don't shine a light on. We was kind of like the pod that was in the cut, like way in the cut. Like, it was like nobody really worried about us. We had our own unit manager, own sergeant, lieutenant, just for one pod. So it was like they kind of let us get away with a lot of stuff. I say this in a lot of stories, but this is how 3D was, to be honest with y'all, man. So like around this time right here, y'all, I had 2 cellies before I became roommates with Hot Rod. Rest in peace to my guy. But the first celly I had was alright. I ain't gonna lie, he was alright, man. And his name was Bill, man. I want to say Bill was from Williamsburg, but I think he used to be out Newport News, you know what I mean? I think he used to hang out the Newport News side, Hampton side, or whatever like that. But he was a dude that really wanted to stay out of the way, you know what I mean? He didn't have no problems. He used to like to smoke weed. So like when I moved in the cell, when we came from 3D and I got in the room with him, it was like me and him was compatible because we definitely both like to smoke weed. He'll buy his own weed. He had his own stuff. He wasn't a bum. He wasn't none of these things. But at the same time, Bill was a dude that like, I felt like I wouldn't specify him as a hater, but like he would say things in the room that kind of like would make me question, is he a hater on certain things? Not on everything, but just on certain things. Like he'll see dudes around the compound that was getting money, dudes doing this and doing that, dudes that he would have to cop weed from or whatever. He would see these dudes in the pod and he will like not really in the pod, he would see these dudes on the compound and he will really be like on some shit when we come back in the room, he'll be on some stuff like, and like, yeah, like, man, I wish I had that position, da, da, da. If I had this position, dudes wouldn't be doing this, dudes wouldn't be doing that, you know what I mean? So, like, he would say stuff like that, it would throw me off, you know what I mean? So, like, me and him would debate back a lot. I ain't even gonna lie, we would be on our debate time, and I'll be like, listen, bro, like, look, man, like, when you see somebody winning, is maybe this their turn, bro. He was like, yeah, but it'll always be the suckers who be getting the money. It's always the suckers that be winning. It's always the suckers that be getting the money, this and that, this and that. So I used to be like, yo, bro, listen, when it's your time, it's your time. We used to always go back and forth with that, always. But I still like rock with Bill. I ain't even gonna lie. Bill was an all right dude, man. So boom, out of nowhere, you know what I mean? One day we in the cell, we chilling, and Bill was the type of dude, like, he would go get weed from all over the place, you know what I mean? He would do his own thing. Like, he used to go to program, he would be on the yard all the time. Like, he knew a lot of dudes, you know what I mean? Especially from that Newport News, Hampton side, you know what I mean? With him being from Williamsburg, like, he knew I guess he dealt with a lot of dudes on that side. So, like, he would be able to score from them. He would know people, he would do his own thing. So, it would be times that Bill would actually come back into the cell with weed, you know what I mean? So, I can remember one time he popped up in the cell with some weed, you know what I mean? And he come in there, he was like, yo, look, bro. You know what I mean? He was like, look. He's like, look what I got. You know what I mean? He whipped out and he had a piece of paper folded up. You know what I mean? It was a commissary bubble sheet, but it was folded up real tight. And it was almost like half of the bubble sheet. If it wasn't the whole bubble sheet, but I think it was half of the bubble sheet. When he opened the paper, it was at least about an eighth of weed in there. Like, if I had to guess the weight of it now, like, but back then I'll say probably about 3 spoons, you know what I mean? But it was all in one section. It was all in one paper. So when he showed me, the joint not only smelled good, you know what I mean? Like, it was a lot of that stuff. So I'm like, damn, where you get that from? He like, yeah, look, my homeboy looked out for me, you know what I mean? He was like, you know, we in 4 building, you know what I mean? He was like, he just started giggling, you know what I mean? I'm like, what you giggling about? He was like, man, I'll tell you later, man, you know what I mean? So he like, man, yeah, it's crazy, man. He was like, it's crazy. Like, what's crazy? Like, man, I ain't tripping, man. So boom, he left it alone. I ain't say nothing. He got the marijuana. We broke it down. You know what I mean? He said he was selling this. He looked out for me, gave me a couple J's. You know what I mean? He's smoking in the cell. Me and him cooling. You know what I mean? So for the most part, I don't know where he got this from. You know what I mean? I don't know where he got this from. But at the same time, though, like it was wild. Like, it was wild just to see, you know what I mean, him pop up with that. I never seen him come in the cell with that much, you know what I mean? So did I look at that like that was suspicious or anything like that? No, I didn't. Like, it was just crazy. My roommate popped up with like a quarter of weed almost, you know what I mean? So boom, we in the pod, everything going smooth, you know what I mean? He's selling his little weed, Bill moving around, doing his little thing, you know what I mean? So now the weed getting low. So when the weed started getting low, you know what I mean? That's when he come in the cell and he started telling me, he was like, look, man, I want to tell you where I'm getting it from, you know what I mean? He was like, I want to tell you where I'm getting it from, but he was like, you know what I mean? Dude really on the low, he don't want nobody in his business, you know what I mean? I'm like, bro, I know the whole compound, bro. Like, who got this? You know what I mean? He like, man, look, bro, I ain't, you know what I mean? I'm like, bro, listen, you keep trying to hold back the plug. Like, but I wasn't tripping. I wasn't that thirsty to really find out who his plug was. Like, y'all, I'm not even gonna hold y'all on that one. I wasn't thirsty enough to be like, I knew who his plug was. Like, I kind of really didn't care who his plug was. As long as you keep bringing marijuana in the cell, like, that's all I really cared about. But like, the way he was tiptoeing around things, he had like a little devilish grin and a little funny little smirk when he would like bring up the plug or whoever the plug was, man. So like, I can remember going outside one day with him and I seen him talking to this dude, but I still didn't like really figure out, was this the dude he was getting stuff from? So I see him talking to the dude, you know what I mean? Blah, blah, blah. He didn't come back with no weed this day. So I'll say probably about 3 days later, Probably about at least 3 days later, by the time the weekend came around, it was Saturday, that's when he came back in the cell later on that night and he had some more weed. It wasn't as much as the last bit, but he had more of it, you know what I mean? So, like, damn, so Bill popping up, So now that's what kind of raised questions for me, y'all, to be like, yo, Bill, look, I don't know who your plug is, and I don't really care who your plug is, but listen, bro, I got people on the street where I can get some marijuana from, bro. So like, let's see if he let us make a play. You know what I mean? Let's see if he let us make a play. So he was like, he thought about it. Bill was like, I'm like, you got some people that can? He was like, nah, I ain't got nobody, bro. I can call. He was like, that's why I just spend the money, this and that. I'm like, well, look, bro, I can do it. So I'm like, just see if he can get us a zip. I'm like, let's get it. I ain't saying zip. I said, let's see if we can get us an onion or something, bro. Like, you know what I mean? Let us see if we can pull that off. Like, you know, see, like, because apparently this person rock with you. Because every time I look up, he's giving you free stuff. You know what I mean? So he like, they with that devilish grin again, y'all. He like, I'm like, bro, listen, bro. Like, you know what I mean? See if you can do that, bro. You know what I mean? See if you can make that shape. So, boom. We go back out the next day. You know what I mean? He go back out on the yard. I guess he hollered at his mysterious plug. You know what I mean? He came back in the pod. When he came back in the pod, I'm waiting for the answer off the rip. Like, what's up? He like, hey. He like, look, man. He was like, look, man. He like, Bill was like, look. Shh. He gave me this. He told me don't worry about that right now, but he said he got me. You know what I mean? And I'm like, what did he give you this time? I look up, it's about the same amount he gave me the first time, like a nice little eighth in the same type of little commissary paper, same setup, everything. So he showed me. I'm like, damn, so he ain't gonna let you get it, bro. He ain't gonna let you rock, bro. I ain't gonna let you rock. He like, man, look, he gonna let me rock, bro. Just be patient. I'm like, all right, bet I'm gonna be patient. I helped him bag up his stuff. It was the same routine again. We smoked in the cell. We came out, you know what I mean? He tiptoed around who was his plug again. He never said no names. So I still left it alone. I didn't do nothing, y'all. We just kept selling the weed in there. That's all we kept doing. So now it got to the point where I was like, look, man, see if he let you spend $100. You know what I mean? See if he let you spend $100. I was like, I can get $100. I was like, because we need more weed. I was like, I don't really like selling all the weed, bro. I was like, we got to sell almost all the weed out of that, Jay. I was like, bro, listen, you know what I mean? See if he let you spend $100. You know what I mean? So he was like, all right, bet. So he went outside. You know what I mean? As usual, I'm waiting right there for him to come back from outside. When he come back from outside, because I didn't want to go outside behind him, y'all. Every time we discuss, you going to discuss something with your plug, because I didn't want him to know that like I was trying to really find out like who his plug was. I didn't really want to find out these things. You know what I mean? So, boom. You know what I mean? He come back from outside. He came back. He was like, look, the dude said give him the $100. You know what I mean? He said he got something for me for the $100. So I'm like, all right, let me get on the phone. Boom. I get on the phone, y'all. I make the play. I give him the whatchamacallits. I tell him I got the Western Union joints. You know what I mean? I was like, look, see, he can do that. Boom. He gotta get his peoples. So I guess he went and hollered at the dude, and he took the numbers to the dude, and the dude went and checked the Western Union. Now, you can check Western. Back then, you can get your peoples to call Western Union to see if there was something in their names that's waiting for them. You know what I mean? So once he gave me dude information, I made the Western Union shake. So I guess he gave the dude the information to go check and see if it was there. The dude checked to see what was there. He told Bill in my cell that he was gonna give him to work at dinner. So he come back, tell me all this information. I'm like, all right, bet. So the money good. Boom. He made the play. He come back with it. Now this time when he come back, he got 4 of those little papers that he come back with. He got 4 of them jumps for the $100. Now spoons for $100 back then, you'll probably get about 8. And like if someone rock with you, he might give you 10 spoons for the 100. You know what I mean? But this is mid right here I'm talking about. This isn't loud pack. This is the mid weed right here. This is still mid weed years right here, y'all. So like he came back with 4 of those papers, y'all. It was like 4/8 or whatever that weight was. Like it was decent. I don't know. It was 2 spoons and 3 spoons in each paper. I don't know what it was, but he blessed him. He came back with 4 of them joints. I threw him 1 for making a play. Boom. Here, take 1 free of them joints. I kept the 3. You know what I mean? So now, boom, we in there chilling. Everything going smooth. We the only ones kind of in the pod that's kind of like touching weed and got the weed for sale. You know what I mean? We ain't got a lot of stuff, but like we know we you know what I mean? We trapping a little bit. So Bill was cool with that. Bill was having a ball with like how everything was going down. He was feeling like, damn, like this is the type of life I want to live, man. Like I want to say Bill only had like 10 years. He didn't have a lot of time, you know what I mean? But at the same time, you know, being able to get money in prison, like that'll like boost a person's spirit, you know what I mean? He's in a cell with a good dude like me. We chilling, we eating good, we smoking good, we selling weed, like everything going straight. So boom. goddamn, while we in the cell, when we got the weed, just that same night when we get the big package, we in that junk and we blowing it down. I ain't even gonna lie, I rolled up. So I'm like, when I get the junk, as soon as they count, I rolled up. You know what I mean? I rolled up a decent ass Feezy. Y'all know back then we was splitting the Black and Miles. You know what I mean? Putting the weed in them jokes. You know what I mean? They still selling tobacco and all this around this time. So we splitting Black and Miles. We take the plastic piece off, split it with our thumb down the middle like a blunt. You know what I mean? Take the tobacco out, keep the brown paper in, roll the joint up. That's why we call it a Feezy. So I'm smoking a big ass Feezy. I look up, he's rolling up. So he like, damn, I'm about to match. So I'm like, damn, all right, so boom. We matching in there. I'm smoking the joint, passing it to him. He'll pass me his. We blowing it down. They count. That shit probably look like a locomotive outside our cell. That joint was smoked out. We blowing it down up there, man. And this is my word. We was in cell, 41 cells. So we got that joint smoked out. So we blew it down. You know what I mean? Goddamn, after we smoked, we in that joint kicking it. I'm getting the meal right. You know what I mean? Chilling, feeling good. Got the Feezies already bagged up. Come out there and trap. You know what I mean? Goddamn, cooling. Goddamn. He like, yo, man. He was like, yo. Yeah, man, he was standing at the door. He was like, he turned back around. He was like, hey, yo, Weezy, man. He was like, yo, Weezy, man. He was like, man, I want to tell you this so bad, bro. It's at the tip of my tongue. Pause. I'm like, tell me what, bro? Like, what the hell did you talk about, bro? Like, you know what I mean? I'm like, bro, listen, don't tell me you about to do something to mess this play up. I was like, because even though he said he gonna let us get in, like, at least we getting some marijuana, bro. Like, at least we getting some marijuana. He like, man, hey, he was like, look. He was like, look, I'm gonna tell you. He was like, fuck, I'm gonna tell you. So now I'm like, what's up? He like, man, look. He was like, you know the nigga that be giving me the shit. He was like, you might know the nigga. I'm like, I don't even know who the dude is. Or whoever this dude is, he's super on the low. He was like, look. He was like, he ain't goddamn 4. He tell me he in 4B, which is downstairs in 4 building. You know what I mean? He was like, he in 4B. He was like, look, he a 5%er, bro. He got down one. So I knew the 5%ers. I knew some of them, a lot of them. You know what I mean? So I'm like, which 5%er? He called bro name. You know what I mean? He called bro name. I ain't gonna say bro name, man. Like, don't kill me on this one. I ain't gonna say bro name, man. But we're gonna call bro in this one, man, Science, man. We're gonna call him Science on this one, man. But he called his name, like, yo, you know Science? I'm like, which Science? I was like, from New York Science. He like, yeah. So I'm like, yeah. I was like, yeah, I know, bro. I was like, that's who it was. I was like, yeah. He was like, man. I was like, damn. So the dude he's naming, he's like a real deal 5%er dude. Like, he ain't like he's serious with it. He's with it. He's like I known him when I was in 4 building. Like, I knew him to be the guy that always used to clash with the like one of the Muslim dudes that was on Sussex too. You know what I mean? And he used to clash with this guy because this guy was actually from Philly and he was a Muslim. And like, he was like one of those real pro-Muslim, like heavy Muslim out. And like, I don't know why. It's like they really hated each other. It was like, dude was like Science was like one of the main 5%ers and the Muslim dude was like one of the main Muslims. So it's like they used to always clash just like over like just debates or just anything. But really, they really hated each other. That's the word I got, that they really hated each other. So I knew him from that. But he was like so like really into it. He was one of the main 5%ers. You know what I mean? There's a lot of them in the building, but he was like, they're not deep like the Bloods, but it was a lot of them in 4 building at that time. And my part, it was like 2 of them. You know what I mean? So I'm like, damn, y'all know bro the whole time. He was like, yeah. He was like, yeah, bro, he got a roller and everything, bro. He was like, yeah, but look. He was like, it's crazy though. He was like, man, it's crazy though, man. He was like, man, cause look, bro. He was like, when we went to Powertown receiving, bro. You know what I mean? He was like, man, shh. I was like, what? He was like, man, this is my word. He was like, man, one day we was just walking, like, I don't know how Powertown is built. Like, he explained it, but he was like, you know, Powertown has jail cells. They don't have, like, Sussex has cells, but they have doors on their cells. You know what I mean? Powertown was the only prison in Virginia that still had the bars. Like, so it's like a see-through joint, like how it is in the jail, basically. So he like, one day they was just walking down a tier joint, you know what I mean? Whatever that joint is, they call, I don't know what they call it on Powertown, but he was like, we was about to go outside. So he said I was late from going outside. He was like, it was like me and 2 other his homeboys and another dude that was late. So he said when they got down about to go out to the door, the cell that's by the door, you know what I mean? He said, bro used to sleep in that joint, you know what I mean? He said Science used to sleep in this joint. So I'm like, when did this happen? So he like, yo, bro, this is a minute ago. Like, he's saying like I want to say I want to say Bill was down before me. I think Bill got locked up in like 98. You know what I mean? 98, because it's like, I forgot what year this is, but like, I want to say Bill got locked up in 98. So this probably like '05. You know what I mean? Now it's like '05 sometimes. So like, he been down already a little bit more than me, but he's saying like, you know what I mean? Like, damn, like when they was at receiving together. So I didn't know that Science was at receiving with bro. I never even knew how long Science was down. Like, I didn't know none of these things, but like, when he told me he was at receiving with us, so I'm like, oh, he fell late 90s then, because I fell in 2000, so they fell late 90s. They had to be in receiving together. So he said when they was walking by bro's cell, he said it used to be a homosexual that moved into the block. You know what I mean? He said the homosexual that moved into the block. I'm not gonna say his name either. He told me his name. I'm not gonna say his name, but he told me the homosexual that moved into the block, man. He said dude was like a regular dude, you know what I mean? He was kind of big a little bit. He said he was a little big, kind of big homosexual dude. Pause. You know what I mean? But like he was like a regular dude. He didn't act girly, but he was gay. He was super gay. That's what they were saying. He was like, dude was super gay. Everybody knew he was gay when he moved in the park. You know what I mean? He said he was going outside rap. He said he walked past bro's cell. And he said, man, bro didn't have no curtain covering the joint or nothing, man. He said he must be thought everybody went to outside rap. But he said as he was going outside rap, he said he seen Science, man. And Science was in there with the homosexual dude, man. And Science had dude in the book. Pause, man. I was like, I didn't even have a response for that, y'all. I was like, you lying, bro. He was like, man, he had him in the book. He was like, I swear to God on my kids. He was like, I swear on my kids. He was like, other people know. He said, but these are only the people that was there at receiving around this time. So I was like, so he heard, he saw that y'all saw. He was like, yeah, he seen a group of us walking by his cell. He looked me right in my damn eyes. He looked back and looked me right in my damn eyes. He said, man, he had the boy legs like this in the book. I was like, what? I was like, wow. Now this is major, crazy, scary, like retarded, some different type of information, y'all, because like bro is like one of the main 5%ers. You know what I mean? He's one of the main 5%ers. You know what I mean? Like he's one of the main ones. But like I told y'all, going back to the beginning of the story, like secrets in prison, like it never can be held. Like it can never be held. Even though bro was telling me like these secrets will never be held, man. You know what I mean? It always gets out. So immediately, y'all, I'm like, wow. I'm like, bro, listen, man. Like, you don't supposed to be messing with no damn homosexual. You 5% of the game, bro. Like that's not part of the play. Like, you don't supposed to be doing that. So I'm like, he be like, yeah. So look, that's why he be looking out for me, because he was like, look, when I first got on the compound, you know what I mean? He was like, he seen me and shit. You know what I mean? Goddamn, like bro immediately sent me some food. All that. He was like, I used to talk to him in the pod before we found that out, because he was like, before they found that out, you know what I mean? He was like, goddamn, dude was regular. He wasn't on 5% or nothing. He was like, he was regular. But he was like after he got caught, they caught him with the homosexual, had him in the buck, pause. He was like, after that, he was like, man, goddamn, like dude just like Science just started messing with the homosexual. Like, you know what I mean? He was like, they moved in the room together. That was his boy. Like they ate together, they chilled together, they fought, they did. He was like, bro, that was his boy. You know what I mean? So he was like, fast forward to now when he got on when Bill got on the compound and he seen goddamn Science. He was like, yo, like bro did a whole 360. You know what I mean? He's like, not only is bro not messing with the homosexuals no more, he was like, bro, goddamn a 5%er. You know what I mean? He got the tats. He's with it. Like he's with it. Like he was sharp with it. I knew him because I was in the building with him in full building. So I'm like, that's why I was like, so he basically paying you off, bro. He like, I mean, he was like, for real, like I ain't gonna ruin them. Like I can't. He was like, I can ruin them. He was like, I can ruin them. He was like, because I talked to, he called another 5% name that's in our block. He was like, I talked to him. And this 5% dude was like one of the main dudes too that was in our block. But like, they all would be on the yard building. The 5%ers would go on the yard and build. And the dude in my block, he was kind of like the one that was like, you know, he would touch with a couple. He would get on too. You know what I mean? The dude, the 5% in my block, he would touch with some drugs. So he was like one of the main 5% dudes. So he was like, I can ruin him by letting him know, because I don't think the 5% dude kind of rock with science. You know what I mean? A lot of dudes didn't like science. Why? Because he was getting that money. You know what I mean? But at the same time, he has a deep, dark secret. So boom. So he like, bro, I ain't gonna ruin him, man. Like, he was like, I ain't gonna ruin him. I'm just gonna keep getting these free gifts. He was like, he gotta play fair with me. He was like, bro, he got a roller and everything. He messed with a lady over there in 4 building and everything. I'm like, that's crazy, bro. So I'm like, so like, bro was like, bro, that's your word. He was gay up there. He was like, man, that's my word. He was like, other people know. He was like, surprised ain't nobody exposed him yet. He was like, people knew in the whole power, like the block that we was in and receiving, like everybody knew. I'm like, dang. I'm like, bro, that's wild right there, bro. Like, that's wild right there, bro. He like, yeah, bro. Like, he was like, man, but you know what? He was like, man, as long as he keep playing fair, me and him ain't got no problems. You know what I mean? So instantly, I would be lying to y'all if I tell y'all that I wasn't thinking devilish on this one slightly. You know what I mean? Because like bro has this deep dark secret that science has been hiding from every damn body, that on the low science, man, you know what I mean? You definitely like the goddamn space poo-poo, man. Pause. You know what I mean? On the low, you know what I mean? Like, that was in your past, but bro, that's a crazy past right there, bro. Like, you know what I mean? That's almost like telling, like, you know what I mean? Like, when it comes to the 5% of nation, like, they don't deal with dudes that deal in homosexuality, bro. You know what I mean? Now, I could be wrong. I don't really know all the knowledge, and that's okay. But for what I was told and for what I know, they don't deal with dudes that deal with that. You know what I mean? So, like, I'll be lying to y'all if I tell y'all I didn't start thinking devilish on this one, y'all. I started thinking devilish on this one, man. So I'm like, yo, look, bro, damn, bro, telling us we gotta wait to get a zip. We gotta do this and do that. Like, damn, when is he gonna play fair, bro? Like, bro, turn the goddamn temperature up on that shit. Now, thinking back on it now, that was messed up for me to kind of like, you know what I mean, put the battery and build back even more. Like, I felt like bro owed us a play now. Like, come on, bro. Like, I'm in the cell with a dude that's really want to ruin you on the low. He's just waiting for you to slip. But at the same time, like, let's capitalize off this move right here, man. Let's try to get our own sack. Like, see what he say and see what's going on. See if we can get our own package, bro. Like, that's a simple request. Like, he can't keep turning you down and looking out for you, spoon feeding you, bro. Tell him quit spoon feeding you. Tell him you trying to get to this bag, bro. You know what I mean? So he like, he shit. He like, yeah, they pop the doors. He come out. He like, hey, we there. Hey, look. Bro, don't say nothing about that shit, Weezy, man. I'm like, bro, make the play, bro. I'm not gonna say shit, bro. Make the play. You know what I mean? I'm hard at him. You know what I mean? So boom, we go outside. You know what I mean? We go outside and shit. 3D is on the yard with 4 building. You know what I mean? So bro is outside. So bro was building the whole time. I seen him. You know what I mean? I'm walking laps with my homeboy around the yard. You know what I mean? I seen him shit. I ain't tell my homeboy. You know what I mean? I ain't do that. You know what I mean? But I'm gonna see how dude gonna act. I'm gonna see how he act, man. Real talk. I told y'all, prison is cutthroat, man. Like, I'm not perfect. You know what I mean? I'm not perfect in this story. I'm letting y'all know now. I'm not a perfect guy. I didn't live a perfect life in there, man. I thank God that he got me through that journey. You know what I mean? But like, trying to live perfect in there is almost impossible. You know what I mean? So like, I put the battery in bro back. You know what I mean? I'm walking laps outside. I see him over there building. I see Science with his little crew. He over there building. I see my roommate. He's talking to his couple of homeboys moving around. They were smoking. You know what I mean? So me and my homeboy, we started smoking, walking laps. And we kept passing Science. You know what I mean? We kept passing him. So I look up from another lap. I see my roommate talking to him. So as my roommate talking to him, he made eye contact with me. So I'm like, oh shit. He like, Weezy! Come here right quick, bro. I'm like, he talking to dude, he talking to Science. So I walk over there, Science see me and shit. He like, oh shit, T-White, what's up, nigga? I was like, what's up? I dapped him up. You know what I mean? And I was good. He like, look, goddamn, look, man, we trying to goddamn do this. I was trying to get him, you know what I mean? So I see him give me the look like, he looking at me like, damn, like, he looking at me, y'all, like, I was like, you know, 2 men, we have eye contact when you having a conversation. So they having a conversation. He like, yeah, look, bro, we trying to do this, da. Dude, he looking at me like, Science looking at me like, they gave me the puppy eyes, y'all. They was like, when I'm reading this damn brain, he's saying in his head, yeah, Weezy know. Weezy know. Weezy know the information. I'm saying in my head, back to his ass. Yeah, I know the information, goddamn it. So look, play fair, and everything will be fair. Because right now, you living in a world of sin, young man. You know what I mean? I have nothing against nobody liking homosexuals. I have nothing against homosexuals. Right now, you're a 5%er, bro. You're somebody that speak down on that. You're somebody that's like one of the main 5%ers, bro. So play fair. That's all I'm asking, bro. Just play fair, straight up. So like, I see him looking at me. You You know what I mean? So I'm like, yeah, bro, like, you know, we just trying to get a little something, bro. You know what I mean? We ain't trying to step on your toes, you know what I mean? He was like, that's why I be looking out for him. Y'all ain't straight up there. I was like, shh. You know what I mean? He was like, yo, man. He was like, look. He was like, look, man, I'm gonna see, bro. He was like, but look, goddamn, take this right here, bro. And he dapped bro up and he gave him something. So like, that was kind of like conversation over slightly. So I'm like, so I slid. I'm like, what the hell? Like, this shit wild as a bitch. Like, this shit wild. I'm like, damn. Like, so I waited till we went back up the steps, went back to our building, went back to our pod, and we went in the cell. And I told him, bro, I was like, man, he gave me some more weed. I'm like, shh. I'm like, bro, that's crazy, man. He like, see, that's what I be talking about. Bill said he is spoon feeding me. Like, I can't even get my own money. Bro wanna keep doing this. I'm like, bro, cause you keep letting them do this, bro. You know what I mean? He was like, we want me to just tell the 5% that we ain't gonna get no weed in. I was like, nah, don't do that. But let that nigga know why he really look out for you though, bro. Let him know why he really look out for you. You know what I mean? He like, yeah, you right, Weezy, man, you right. You right. So, goddamn, next thing you know, I guess he hollered at him, you know what I mean? He came back and was like, look. He was like, look, man, goddamn, he said we can make the play. He said we just gotta do this and do that and do this and do that. You know what I mean? Goddamn, he was like, can you get your peoples to meet in this area? I was like, yeah, because you know, Bill can't make no plays, so the whole time it gotta be me to do this, you know what I mean? So he asked me, can I make the play? I'm like, yeah, I can make the play, bro. Like, there's nothing. I could definitely make the play. So he like, look. He like, look, man. He was like, look. Goddamn, we just gonna get one, bro. Like, cause I don't want, you know what I mean? I'm like, that's all we need, bro. I was like, man, you gonna split a half. I said, you gotta give him something? He was like, nah, he told me I'm good. He was gonna get it for me. I'm like, damn, this nigga really love Bill. I'm like, all right, well, look, me and you gonna split it half and half, bro. He was like, bet. You know what I mean? So, boom, he worked the shot. You know what I mean? He got down, hollered at dude. Next thing you know, about a week later, the sack came through. Bill came back in the pod, happy as hell one day. He was damn near skipping up the damn steps. He was so happy. He got up the steps. He got our door open. He came to the door, looked at me, and was like, "Yeah, man, that's all I needed to know." Goddamn, when I came back up the steps, the nigga went in his pocket and he plastic bag around that bitch. Nigga was like, "Look, I grabbed that bitch. It was the whole ring." I'm like, "Yes." I'm like, "Damn right, we on, motherfucker." Goddamn, boom. I was like, put that shit up to count time. You know what I mean? He put it up. Goddamn, when I came in at count time, he like, yeah, bro, you know what I mean? He's like, bro, looked out. You know what I mean? He's like, bro, looked out, man. You know what I mean? So boom. Next thing you know, we getting a little money. You know what I mean? Now I can sell stuff for money. You know what I mean? Like it's on now. Like now we got a little bit of smoke. You know what I mean? So we making money. We doing a little business in there. Everything is going smooth. So I'm starting to notice how Bill is really enjoying this. He's enjoying his life of being a prison drug dealer. Like he's enjoying having everybody that knows him call his name. He has to look out. He has to do this. He has enough to do it now. He has a whole half a zip. You know what I mean? I didn't tell him what to do with his money. He was definitely getting money, but I didn't tell him what to do with his work or his money or none of this. Bill was rolling around acting like a major drug dealer. I ain't gonna lie, he was getting it. You know what I mean? Bill was getting it, man. Bill was getting it. I ain't gonna lie. Bill was out that bitch. Bill was winning. You know what I mean? So, boom. The zip getting low, you know what I mean? My shit getting low. I sold at least a quarter of it, you know what I mean? For some money. I made probably about $300, $400. Send out money. The rest went to me to smoke. The rest went to commissary, you know what I mean? So I'm Gucci, y'all. I'm straight in that joint, you know what I mean? But Bill, when we come back in the cell, Bill like, yo, man, I'm enjoying this shit, bro. Like, you know what I mean? Like, I'm enjoying this shit crazy, dude. I got down, I'm trying to get another one, bro. Look, now I got my own money. Can you get your peoples to grab? I'm trying to get one and you get one. I'm gonna pay for mine, though. I'm like, damn, that's a good deal. I would love to have my own zip. I would love to have my own zip, man. Boom. I was like, holler at your man, see what's good. I'm gonna make it shake. He was like, all right, bet. He go holler at Science again. He kick it with Science. I guess they talking about what's going on. I guess everything is going good. You know what I mean? Bill come back in the cell. Goddamn, Bill like, yo, man, say word, he clapped me, bro. I'm like, he clapped you? He was like, yeah. He was like, bro, I ain't getting you no 2 zips. I just got you a zip. Would you need some more weed? I give you some weed. I was like, what? I was like, so why he don't want you to do business, bro? He was like, I don't know, man. He was like, real shit though, bro. He was like, man, real shit, man. He was like, man, I'm gonna have to talk with this nigga, bro. You know what I mean? He was like, bro, hold me down while I talk to him when we outside. You know what I mean? I'm like, hold you down. I'm like, what y'all gonna fight? He was like, he might want to fight after what I'm gonna tell him. I said, bro, listen, bro. Just tell him, man, like, look, bro, just keep playing fair, bro, and your secret is safe. I said, that's all you gotta say. Don't go into no whole extra stuff and try to blow the mission. I said, because the mission is to keep getting the sack. You know what I mean? So he like, man, I'm gonna holler at him. Just come outside with me and shit. So I'm like, all right. So boom, I go outside with him. You know what I mean? We out there in the yard. He's talking to him. Everything is going good. You know what I mean? He's spitting at him. Goddamn, next thing you know, they start riffing a little bit between each other. So still, Bill is not putting his business on blast yet. Bill still hasn't done it. But you hear Science say, yo, look, son, like I'm not your daddy, son. Like I'm not your daddy, son. Goddamn, like real shit, you gotta do what you gotta do, son. So you see Bill like, what? I gotta do what I gotta do. All right. You know what I mean? So I'm like, oh Lord, play over with. Play is done. The play is done. I don't know what's going on, but the play is done. I thought Bill was gonna blast his ass right there, but he didn't. He didn't blast him right there. I'm like, what the hell is going on? So boom. We go back in the pod. We in the pod. Goddamn, everybody out in the pod. Niggas heard them arguing out in the pod. I was thinking, Bill was gonna go straight to the 5% dude and spill the damn beans. That's what I thought he was gonna do, but he didn't. He walked around the pod, made some laps, looked like he was mad as a bitch. Then when it was lockdown time, he came back in the cell. I'm like, yo, bro, that shit crazy. Y'all niggas out there arguing, bro. Now ain't nothing gonna happen. He was like, man, that nigga goddamn talking crazy as a bitch. He's like, man, I told that nigga like, damn, you treating me goddamn like, nigga, I don't know your secret. I was like, why you say secret, bro? He was like, because it's the truth. You know what I mean? He was like, that nigga told me do what I gotta do. So goddamn, I'm like, what you gonna do? He like, man, I don't know yet, bro. He was like, for real, I don't even want to be in the middle of all this dumb shit. He was like, man, I ain't gonna put him out there, man. I was like, you ain't gonna put him out? He like, man, we done got enough out that nigga, man. So I'm like, this shit crazy. I was like, all right, bro. I just left it alone. You know what I mean? I just left it alone, y'all. You know, that shit was a wrap for him to do, y'all. That shit was a wrap. So boom. Goddamn, I say probably about 2 weeks later. You know what I mean? 2 weeks later, I had to go to medical. So when I go to medical, who I bump into in medical, y'all, he's sitting right there by himself. Dolo is a little bench you got to sit at before they call you back into medical. He's sitting there, Dolo, so it was only me and him on the bench. So I like, damn, I had to go sit on the bench. You know what I mean? The CEO like a little bit right there. So I'm sitting on the bench next to Science. And Science like that shit was just burning him up. He like, yo, man, what's up with your celly, man? I'm like, what you mean? He like, yo, like you in the cell with him, T. White? Come on, bro. I'm like, man, he was like, man, look, man. He was like, yo, like, real shit, that nigga, man. Nigga talking about, bro, look. He was like, bro, look, bro, back in the day, bro. He talking some back in the day shit like 4 years ago. He like, yo, back in the day, bro, like, you know what I mean? He was like, I used to mess around. I used to fuck around. You know what I mean? I was like, fuck around? What you mean fuck around? He was like, I used to fuck around, bro. I'm like, bro, like, what's fucking around, bro? Like, what are you talking about? He was like, bro, with the boys. I was just wanting to say it. He was like, yeah, with the boys. I was like, with the boys? I gave him a look. I'm like, with the boys? He was like, yeah. He was like, bro, but like, I changed my whole life after that, bro. He was like, bro, like, I changed my whole life around, bro. Like, you know what I mean? I ain't like that no more, this and that. You know what I mean? He said, yeah, there'll be some people that are happy to hear that information, but he's like, nobody gives a fuck, so nobody's saying nothing. He was like, yo, Selly is acting like he trying to extort me when I already been looking out for him. I said, but look though, bro. I said, you should have started looking out for him then. You know what I mean? I said, was you paying him because you didn't want him to say nothing? He was like, I never was paying him. I just looking out. I said, well, was you looking out for him because you didn't want him to say nothing? You know what I mean? He was like, yeah. I was like, well, look, bro, that's, you know what I mean? He was like, but look, though. He was like, man, for real, man. He was like, that nigga wildin' for real, man. He was like, don't nobody care about this shit. You know what I mean? He was right. Nobody really cared until they know about it. That's how it goes in there. When people know about it, that's when they care. So, like, at the moment, nobody cared. You know what I mean? But the whole time, my roommate was a damn grenade waiting to explode. Goddamn it. So, he like, look. He was like, look. He was like, I'm about to move to y'all pod. He was like, he don't even know I'm about to move to y'all pod, bro. He was like, man, for real, I'm gonna holler at him one time and one time only, son. He was like, goddamn, if he talking crazy, he was like, I'm going straight to his ass and I ain't gonna do no joking with him. You know what I mean? I was like, so you gonna fight, bro? He was like, yeah. He was like, because I'd rather hurt a nigga that's trying to hurt me. You see, he gonna hurt me, I'd rather hurt him. So I'm like, I'm about to tell him you coming to the pod. He was like, you can tell him, bro. Like, he was like, man, you know what I mean? Me and him gotta talk. I'm tired of talking on the yard. He was like, they already said they'll move me over there. He was like, I'm trying to get over there. You know what I mean? So he was like, I don't know when I'm coming, but I'm gonna get over there. So boom, I go back to the pod. I go immediately. I go tell my celly. I go holler at him. I tell him immediately, y'all. Look, bro said he about to move over here, bro. He said, you wildin' that shit old, this and that. He like, you about to move over here. I'm like, yeah. He was like, when? I was like, I don't know. He was like, he about to come though. I was like, man, this shit crazy as hell. He was like, man, damn, Weezy, man, I don't got time for this shit, Weezy. I don't got time for this shit. I'm like, yo, look, bro, it ain't about that you don't have time for this shit, bro. I said, man, at the same time, like, this shit is happening, bro. So, like, you either gonna expose him or you just gonna, like, let the shit be, because he's coming over here to holler at you. He was like, man, Weezy. And I'm looking at Bill, like, Bill wasn't, he wasn't built like he can fight. Now, I'm not saying he couldn't fight, and I never seen him fight, but he just looked like, he didn't look like a winner in the fighting ring to me, like, I just, from just the looks. But I'm giving him the benefit of the doubt that he can still protect himself, y'all. That's the benefit of the doubt I'm giving him. I'll say probably about a week go by. You know what I mean? The whole time the week going on, this nigga got down, Bill looking sick. But I'm saying in my head, like, bro, you might as well just expose him, bro, up front for this shit. Like, I don't know what he should do, y'all. I don't know what he should do, to be honest with y'all, man. But like, you got that deep secret on, bro, man. Like, you should just go in. So Bill like, man, he was like, Weezy, man. He was like, man, I ain't scared of that nigga. That nigga was all in the mirror one time. We was in the cell. He was like, I ain't scared of that nigga, Weezy. I ain't scared of that nigga, man. I ain't scared of that nigga. Start squaring off in the mirror. That nigga was like, man, fuck that nigga, Weezy. He was like, man. I was like, bro, see, you put yourself in this by trying to goddamn extort. He was like, I want to extort. I said, bro, like, I mean, I don't know what you used to talk to him about when you seen him and he was giving you all that shit. I was like, he did know you knew. He told me he knew. You know what I mean? He was like, man, fuck that shit though, man. It is what it is, man. That nigga gay. That nigga gay, bro. I'm like, shh, bro, coming over here, man. Science was a little taller, a little bigger. You know what I mean? I'm like, damn. So I say about a week later, next thing you know, I look, car coming in. It's Science. Science got the little glasses on. He come in. Going in cell 15. They put him in cell 15. He take his stuff over there. 5% of dude that don't like him, another 5% of dude that went over there, greeted him, you know what I mean? Talking to him, you know what I mean? He kicked with them for like 10 minutes, making his bed. After he finished making his bed, he come out, you know what I mean? He come out, he looking around. He spot my roommate standing over there by me. He was like, hey, I heard him say to this 5% of dudes before he peeled off, he was like, part yourself. And he peeled off, and he walked up to my roommate. He was like, look, let's talk, bro. My roommate Bill was like, talk about what? He was like, man, let's talk, man. Bill was like, talk about what? Bill back to one, like, talk about what? He was like, man, look, why you trying to make a scene in here, son? Why you trying to make a scene in here, man? He was like, let's go talk. Let's go talk. Bill was like, man, what you want to talk about? He was like, man, let's go in the cell and talk, man. Goddamn, so boom, Bill walked to the cell, like, what the fuck is Bill doing? Like, you had a better shot out in the pod when that lady saved your ass with a gun. That's what you had. Like, what are you doing? So boom, he go in the cell with him. They in the cell. They talking. And you see Bill kind of like defending himself in there. The next thing you know, you just hear, yeah, sneakers. What's wrong with you, nigga? Nigga, I told you, nigga, what's wrong with you, nigga? I'm like, oh shit, nigga, come on, son. Nigga, what's wrong? He's snapping out on goddamn Bill ass. I go to the door and look, 15 right there. I go to the door and look, I'm like, man, this is my word, man. He got Bill ass bit over there by that table, getting the Bill ass pause. He hitting Bill ass hard as a bitch. I'm like, I want to say fight back, Bill. Bill trying to fight back. He's squirming around trying to get out this position. Dude had him in because they got his ass right there. He got his ass right there on the corner. His ass can't move. Man, this is my word, man. He in there beating his ass. Man. So goddamn, next thing you know, you see the other 5% of dude that's in our part. He kind of big. This dude probably like 6'2". He like 6'2". I want to say his name was Powell. I could be wrong, but he big as hell, kind of big nigga. That nigga come out the jump. He was like, yo, what the fuck? He see his nigga fight. He like, yo, what the hell? Niggas look. You see that shit 1-1. They see me standing right there like, fuck going on? Oh, they ain't fighting. That nigga Bill was like, nigga, nigga got Bill ass on the ground like, nigga, fuck wrong with you? Bill can't move. Now he like, nigga, fuck wrong with you, nigga? Hell is wrong with you, nigga? You trying to goddamn start me, nigga? Bill was like, nigga, he was like, shut up. Kept punch Bill in his face. Bill was like, man, come on, man. What the fuck you mad at me for, nigga? What the hell you mad at me for, nigga? Cause you goddamn fucking that boy? Pause. He punched Bill in the face, nigga. Shut the fuck up, nigga. Nigga start pounding on Bill ass. Bill like, nigga, you gay, nigga. You gay, nigga. So the 5% of dudes like, man, I see them looking at each other like, the fuck? So goddamn nigga kept beating the Bill there. I'm looking like, damn. This is my word. They go in there and grab goddamn signs. They grab them off him. I goddamn get Bill up, Bill leaking. Goddamn Bill all hit. I'm like, man, get your ass in the cell, bro. Bill goddamn. Get the lady, open the door, boom. He snuck in the cell. Goddamn, them niggas down there talking. I see the father sons down there talking. Niggas like, yo, they, you know what I mean? Them niggas having a powwow. Them niggas, it's just an emergency meeting. Goddamn it, they just said you was messing with a boy, so they trying to see what's going on. Them niggas trying to see what's going on, man. It's my word. So that nigga Bill in the jump, and they all beat up and shit, man. I'm like, damn. So they talked to him all the way up until lockdown time come. Lockdown time came. This is my word. Boom. I go back in the cell. Bill done. He hit. His face is beat. His face is beat up. He's bleeding. You know what I mean? I'm like, how you gonna get past this count? You know what I mean? Sometimes you can stand, have your back to the people, and they're so lazy they'll just walk by and see. Bill did that. That shit worked. He got through count time. Goddamn. I'm in the joint. I'm like, yo, bro. I'm like, yo, bro, listen. Like, what the hell, bro? You gotta stay in the room, bro. You hit. He was like, no, bro. He was like, man, I'm gonna kill that nigga. I was like, man, look, bro, you gotta heal up first, bro. He was like, man, no, bro. He was like, man, shit crazy, man. He like, man, I got myself in this dumb shit. I was like, bro, you should have just told from the beginning, bro. Like, I was like, bro, this is nuts, bro. I was like, you wow, bro. This shit is crazy, man. So, boom, count clear. He stay in the cell. I go out in the pod. Goddamn, when I go out in the pod, I see the other 5% dude. He like, Weezy, where your cell at? I'm like, he in the cell. Nigga went up the steps. And I see him at the door. He talking to my celly. My celly come to the door. He talking to my celly through the crack of the door. He talking. I look up. I see Science walking laps in the pod, looking like, he looking mad as a bitch. That nigga looking angry. Goddamn, one of them laps. He walking around. Goddamn, next thing you know, stand by for outside rec. Stand by for outside rec. You got the big yard with 4 building. Niggas like, oh shit, boom. Goddamn. I go upstairs to get my shit. 5% of dudes still talking to Bill. You know what I mean? I already know he ain't going outside. I grab my jacket, boom. I skated. I get outside. I see the 5% of dudes on the yard. They talking to that nigga deep as a bitch. Now it's like 15 of their ass. You know what I mean? All them niggas from 4 building, everybody out there, niggas talking to that nigga, bro. You know what I mean? Goddamn. I couldn't be super crazy nosy on that one because it's like when they have their meetings, they be like, if you ain't over there with them, you don't know what the hell is going on. But I am walking laps around the yard. And as I'm walking laps, one of the times I heard the dudes like, yo, just tell the truth. Just tell the truth, son. Just tell the truth. You know what I mean? And I guess bro told the truth. Man. As soon as bro told that truth, man, like I ain't gonna lie. I'm walking the yard. Before I can even get to the direction of me turning back around the yard to see them again, when my back was turned, I didn't even know shit was going on. Me and my homie were walking. By the time we turned around, I just seen a crowd of niggas just goddamn beating the shit out Science. Man, they was beating his ass, y'all. You hear me? Them niggas was beating his ass. The lady that got the gun, she can't save. The gun don't shoot that far on the big yard. It don't come that far. So the gun can't save you. Man, they beat his ass. Man, they beat his ass for like 5 minutes. The police finally came out the support building deep as a bitch. They beating his ass. They beating the shit out of his ass. The police came out of the support building. This is my word. That nigga slid. Goddamn, nigga start dipping off. That nigga standing over there by the water cooler. That nigga beat the fuck up. That nigga just under that bitch. He fucked, man. But he didn't fight back. The whole time he was beating his ass, that's all you was seeing was feet. And you couldn't even see him. You just seen feet. Niggas was putting their feet on his goddamn ass. Man, they beat the shit out Science, man. They stripped him from his position of the 5%ers, whatever that was. They kicked him out of the 5%ers, man. And they was done with that nigga, man. The police came, grabbed that nigga, man. Goddamn. And they took that nigga to medical. They came in our pod later on that day trying to figure out who was who and who did what. And they couldn't figure out who did nothing, man. Science never told, man. Everybody that kicked his ass, including the dudes in my pods, they got away with it. Man. This is my word. They locked Science up. Man. When I had came back in the pod and told Bill what had happened when I was on the yard and he stayed in, that nigga Bill, he was all fucked up. He was on the top bunk. He had the shit on his face. He was like, he did that same devilish grin again. He was like, nigga thought that shit was gonna stay a secret. I'm like, this nigga a freaking maniac, man. Me and Bill stayed in the cell for a little bit, man, and Bill got the hell out of Dodge soon too, man. But that shit was nuts, y'all, man. That was a crazy story, like a secret. You think the secrets are gonna stay? No, the secret doesn't stay with you. No, the secret gets out all the time. Remember that. Nothing is a secret in prison. Nothing. I'm telling y'all, nothing is a secret in prison, man. And that's the end of the story. Y'all already know what it is, man. I need y'all to stay y'all ass out the way, man. I need y'all to really be focused and listen to what I'm saying, man. We must stay out the way, man. There's too much crazy stuff going on out in this world, y'all. We must stay out the way, man, for we can be here for our family, man. We must think about them, man. Don't add on to the craziness that's going on out in the world. Y'all see what's going on. I don't got to tell y'all, man. It's a crazy world in 2025, man. So staying out the way is vital, man. If you want to be around forever, man, you must learn how to stay out the way, man. So just please stay out the way, y'all. That's all I'm asking, man. You don't want to go there, man. You don't want to have to go through that shit I'm telling y'all about in these stories, man. Stay y'all ass out the way, period, man. But y'all already know what it is, man. It's the bonus banger that I just gave y'all, man. Turn this one up for me right here, y'all. Like, share, and subscribe to the show. Let's get it. Let's go. Y'all already know what it is, man. I'll see y'all again, man. Y'all already know the count, man. I'll catch y'all again, man. You never know when you see me again, man. But stay y'all ass out the way.
Get your money, don't care who judge. Stay out the way, surround yourself with nothing but love. Stay out the way if you a gangster, killer or thug. Stay out the way, put your faith in the man above. Stay out the way, chill with your family, siblings and blood. Stay out the way, kick it with your girl, forget hit in the club. Stay out the way, mind on your money, ain't no switching it up. Stay out the way, stand out the way, what you thought that it was. Stay out the way. If you stuck down on your luck, not feeling righteous, did a petty crime, just looking for some excitement. Now your name on affidavits and court indictments, get paid for a lot, but your freedom is priceless. You did the crime, you do the time, don't let it surprise you. Real stories from the heart, just to open your eyes up.